I wasn't going to record anything today, but I felt compelled to do it. I feel like this is my destiny and this is what I have to do to give you as much value and information and lessons as possible so that I can fulfill my life and my destiny. Because throughout my life and through everything that I have been through, I have all these lessons and everything had led me to this moment to be here to record this content and to structure my ideas, to structure my knowledge in everything that I know so that I can give it to other people and get my message out there to put in as much effort and value as possible. This is why I'm recording with a camera. This is why I'm recording with a microphone because I want you guys to receive uh, a really good experience, a really good, valuable information in a nice format. And I believe that everything that happened throughout my life, every lesson, every breakup, every business lesson that I had, everything had led me to this moment to speak to you about what I have learned, what I know, what I don't know, maybe. But the thing is that I want to make the core and the niche, if you want to call it, about health. Health in general. Uh, I have a holistic health approach, natural approach, so no bullshit. I don't know, whatever. So everything you guys see on the internet right now, like it's so full of crap and so full of toxicity, and everyone is so negative, and everyone is saying that this guy is wrong, that guy is wrong, this guy is full of shit, that guy is full of shit, and everyone is just going in circles around everything about health, and that's what makes it so confusing and hard for people to do. Because for example, like with a business, it's very simple to, I don't know, teach someone or to tell them about dropshipping. You do this, you do that, and that's it, you get the final result. But here you have some guy screaming carnivore, another one screaming I don't know, primal diet, another one who doesn't give a fuck about that, and that it's all psychological. But they're all right and wrong at the same time. And as I said in the beginning, I didn't want to record anything today. And that's because I got some hate on one of my reels. And I know the exact reason why I got hate for that. And that is because I did it because my other reels were not getting views. So I faked engagement, kind of. So I had this 7-second reel with some trending music and some very contrarian, very harsh text on it, and a lot of people started to feel threatened, to feel attacked, and I got a lot of hate for that. And the problem is that I did it to get views. I didn't do it to give you value, and I know that's not the mistake, but that's the thing that I did. So I'll post this as a statement and as what I'm trying to build. So all of my life, all the problems, all the situations, everything revolved around health, but I wasn't able to see it in just in the last 2 years. So in the last 2 years, I really started to take care of my health in a different way because I have gone to the gym. I don't know, since I was 18 years old. I'm 27 now, and I didn't see any results. I always tried to eat healthy, get supplements, and all that, and that didn't work. And what I changed 2 years ago was that I got on the primal diet. So I removed all the processed foods. I started to walk more to get that primal lifestyle implemented for me. And that's when I started to see a lot of changes. And I took it to the next level. So now I'm on carnivore. And I do believe everyone should be on carnivore and that carnivore is the baseline for every single human. But that doesn't mean that you don't eat carbs. But I think and I believe that carbs are purely for pleasure. They're not even an energy source, but they're purely for pleasure, for enjoyment, when you want to eat something sweet, when you know, that's it, basically just something sweet. Because I don't know, if you were to eat oats in water, you wouldn't eat it. You eat oats and with milk and all that, because you add in protein powders and zero sauces and all that. Doesn't matter. And I was thinking today on what to talk to you about. And I believe that my content and everything I talk about should be philosophical. Because I don't like the fact it's so draining for me to do, like, I don't know, five supplements you have to take before you go to sleep, or that bullshit, because you can ask ChatGPT for that and it will give you everything you need. But what ChatGPT will not do is make you think, is change your beliefs, is get an emotional response from you, is to get you into a state where you can actually implement changes. Man, I've been very monotone on this one. Like, I have to bump it up, get some volume going, because it's very boring. Anyway, so the vision that I have is that I'm going to get people attracted through content, and to give them value, to get them to think, to raise their awareness level, so that the ones that are a right fit will work with me on a one-to-one coaching program for 3 months, and the other ones who don't are not a good fit, they will just watch my free content. But the idea is that I want to build this coaching business so that I can help other people. So I believe I'm 100% meant to drive deep transformation for other people, because of all the stuff that I have been through with health, with life in general, with business and everything. But I believe health should be the core for anyone, because when you improve your health, all of your other life areas improve tremendously, and all at the same time. All you get a 10x return on everything when you improve your health. So after all the stuff that I learned, and I read books, I watched podcasts, I have been to events, I have talked with people uh, in terms of health. And after all that I have learned, I have tremendously changed my life, and everything that I don't know I experience, like the whole life is a different experience. But how can I tell you? Like, walking down in, I have this forest next to me. So walking down in this forest is a completely different experience. You see the trees differently, the colors, you hear the things differently, the way you breathe is different, the way you feel, that's what matters. The way you feel is completely different. It's like you unlock this next level of consciousness. And this is what, yeah, that's the it's very accurate. That's the thing that I'm supposed to do, help other people with their health, so that they can raise their consciousness, because that's what happened for me. Like, everything, like the way I see things and the way that my mind works, and my intuition, my clarity, energy, like everything is just 10x, 100x more. That's why I believe I meant to do that. Also, of course, building a business and making money off of it, and getting as much money as possible, and create even more things, like a health resort, or I don't know, a mastermind retreat in the mountains. But anyway, that will come in the future. The first task at hand is to gather people and to get them attracted, get the message, get them to believe what I know, and then I can teach them everything to implement changes in their lives. And the method that I will use and that I will manufacture with the first one that I work with will be called Pure Health. And not in terms of pureness as in perfection, you would say, but as in how God intended the human body to be pure. So without sin, without vices, making sure that it's as clear as possible, with clear thoughts, positive thoughts, loving thoughts. That's also like a good point, because you change your thoughts when you improve your health and you start to be a lot more positive, to be more magnetic, to attract more opportunities to yourself. But that's another thing that we're going to talk about, because it's manifestation, and it's going to be combined. Like, it's a one niche that I'm building from zero. Like, there's very few people who actually do it like that. And even, yeah, I'm trying not to judge people. It's very bad to judge people. But combining health and spirituality and manifestation and consciousness and all that, it's a very powerful weapon that not many people can tap into, because once you fix your health, you clear your body of any bad signals, of any disruptions. So it's going to be quite easy for you to manifest, because you will have clear thoughts. You will be able to see clearly what you want, how to get it, how to solve problems. So I'll actually give you an example, because it was some time ago, but I had a call with a team member, and we were working on an automation for a business, and he got into a problem with that automation, that system that we were working on. So I got on a call with him, and he described to me the problem, and I it was so weird that I actually remembered that moment, and many other moments like that happened, but I actually knew instantly how to fix that problem, and he couldn't figure it out. Because when I told him the solution, he was like standing there for like 30 seconds, not saying anything. Oh, like that? And he was like that. And he solved the problem. But the thing is that I could see it, and it's not that I was smarter than him or had any experience. Like, I didn't use that software that he was using. I didn't know anything about it or about that situation. But I told him how to solve it instantly, and I believe that's because my body was clear, the signal was clear, so I could see things like very logical, very clear. That's the word. Anyway, and yeah, man, I lost my thoughts there. I went a bit too far, but doesn't matter. We'll come back. And I'll name this video. I wasn't going to record this, but because I actually wasn't going to record it, because I felt bad from that fucking hate. Like, bro, it got to my brain so hard, like so direct. Like, I wasn't sad about not getting views from all those reels that I really put effort in, but I was sad about some people commenting on that. And I believe I got that hate because I'm supposed to not do that kind of content, that to trigger people, to make to be shameful of them, to trigger them or get them insecure, all that stuff. I want to be positive. I want to give them hope, to give them a vision. Yeah. because I believe we're all supposed to spread positivity and love and not hate. What else can I tell you? I do voice memos to record my ideas because I get these really good ideas in random moments. Maybe when I'm driving, when I'm in the sauna, when I'm in the shower, when I'm walking outside. And I use voice memos to record and capture those ideas. I use astrology a lot. It's real. You can use it for yourself. You can just try to read something about it because you will see that it will make sense for you, and maybe slowly you will start to believe it, because the ancient people, so I'm very passionate about the ancient civilizations and how they used to view things about the spirit, the mind, death, birth, and everything, and the gods and all that. And they used astrology, like we got astrology from ancient civilizations. We didn't discover it recently, although they would tell you like yeah, it was 500 years ago, and yeah, but no, it's thousands of years old. And it's real because it's like an observational science. So you observe how things behave and you track them over a period of time. So if you say something like, okay, now is the full moon, so everybody is going to go a little bit crazy. But that happens because, so the scientific explanation is that uh, being a full moon, there's more light outside and people are more awake at night, and at night bad things happen. Anyway, we're going away from health. So, health. What I can tell you for health. Right now, I'm at 14-15% body fat. I'm trying to get to, I will get to 10-12% body fat. But right now, it's like the hardest part because I have never been this lean. And it's also a very slow process. I'm almost constantly hungry. I think about food a lot. I'm watching food on Instagram, on YouTube. Uh, it's a very slow process because the maximum that you can lose, or the most optimal percentage that you can lose, is 0.5 to 1% of body weight per week. So that's going pretty slowly because yeah, for right now, for from 14-15% body fat to get to 10-12%, it will take me 5 to 6 weeks. Okay, what else can I tell you? I had severe acne. E- Even you can still see it now, and I got it now because I believe I have lactose intolerance. Actually, I have lactose intolerance. I did some analysis a few years ago, and whenever I drink more milk than usual, or I consume more dairy products than usual, I get acne like a lot. And in the last few days, I had some coffee with milk, more than one, and I believe that's why I got it. But it will pass. It's just some inflammation response from the gut. Okay. I had psoriasis. So psoriasis, it's like when your skin gets very dry and starts to break up. And I had it on my scalp, so I had a lot of dandruff, and I got rid of that. I had a lot of skin issues besides those two, like rashes, and I was getting red spots on my skin. Got rid of that too. What else? What else? A lot of brain fog. So a lot of brain fog and anxiety and a lot of like mental symptoms, negative thoughts, a lot. Not necessarily depression. I didn't have depression, but it was just negative thoughts coming out of nowhere. And even now, like I'll tell you something interesting. When I uh when I eat clean for most of the time, so carnivore or primal at least, and then I'll have some dessert or some pastry, and the next day I would have brain fog and very very negative thoughts that come out of nowhere, like just stupid stuff that gets in my head, and that has nothing to do with what I'm doing in the present or anything like that. So I believe that's the carb speaking. Yeah, already 20 minutes on this one, but I could still go on. I have a lot to talk about. Okay, I'll tell you this. It's so irrelevant, but it's very important if you try it because it will change your life. So, when I was sleeping, I was living in a mountain city, not in the city that I live now. And when I was sleeping there, I would get all these itches and red spots on my skin, and it made very hard. It was very hard for me to fall asleep and to sleep, and I would get like this congestion in my neck or my nose, and I didn't know why, because I was cleaning the sheets, I was cleaning myself, and still I was getting very bad sleep, even with the windows open and everything. And I started to research it, and the one thing that I found out is that your bed has bed bugs, basically, and these bed bugs basically they bite you or they get in your nose, like they're very small, you can see them, they're like microscopic organism, but you you feel them. And I got this mattress cover that you put on, and it's like antibacterial, and I had the best sleep of my life after I did that. Like it was insane. You would I would just snuggle in the bed and go very deep in the bed and not feel anything. It would be so clean and without any itches, without any red scars or anything. So yeah, you can try that. What else? Okay, salt water every day, just a teaspoon of Celtic salt or any salt will do, but get the Celtic one, the raw unfiltered one, with a glass of water in the morning. It will light up your brain because we are electrical organisms and we need sodium to actually facilitate the electrical signals going from the brain throughout the body and to actually also have our cells hydrated because the sodium facilitates that how can I say it, that penetration for the water molecule from the bloodstream to go into the cells. All right. What else? What else? So I'm doing this video because, as I said, I didn't want to record anything today, and I feel like this burning desire to just get the message out there, use my words. You have to see my face and hear my voice. It's so important that I do this. I don't know how can I say it. It's like my life's mission to do this, because when I think everything, every problem, every breakup that I had, every business relationship that I had, every social situation where I have been to, and even any situation with myself when I was alone and I was with my thoughts and with my head, everything changed when I improved my health. That's why I believed health is important. Uh, you have to follow my method. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any fitness guru says. I don't care if they look better than me. I don't care what their blood markers are. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's just noise. If someone doesn't inspire you, doesn't give you positivity, doesn't give you useful information delivered in a nice way, there's something wrong there. I just feel it. Whenever, I don't know, there's this trend a lot in, especially in this health space, where someone would do a content piece about some information. I don't know that you have to take magnesium every night before bed. They would do this reel, and another guy would reply to that reel, so do a reaction and say, "Oh, this guy is full of bullshit. He doesn't know what he's speaking. You have to take magnesium glycinate, and because the other magnesiums are not good, blah 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 blah." And there's this toxic dynamic through everything, especially in health. I see it every day. Every day I see reaction videos. That's why I like, look for the positivity, look for the good intentions. Maybe even with those guys, their intentions might be good, but the way they're portraying it is not, because you're attacking another person so you can be better, and it's an ego move. I'm trying to get rid of my ego. It's hard, it's complicated, because I don't know, if I get rid of completely of my ego, I just go live in the mountains alone. But I'm not going to do that. Maybe. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, never mind. Right. Right, right, right. So I believe, guys, that I'm going to give you a lot more value than in this video. I have learned a lot. I have many lessons. I have many good ideas. I want them to be shared with you. I want you to benefit from them. I will also benefit from doing this. I'm not doing charity. And my message is for people who already feel something, who already got that spark in them. Everybody has a soul. Everybody can be awakened. But my message is for people who are already looking for something, someone to give them a direction. So I'm meant to build my tribe of people, to get people around me. And I'm going to do this by posting content on stuff that I'm passionate about. So I'm really passionate about health. So I'll also tell you like some people that I studied and that I'm very big fan of, and I read their books. So first of all is Mark Sisson. This is the first guy that I read his books and I got into that primal lifestyle stuff, and from which I learned a lot. Then it's going to be Greg Braden. So Mr. Braden is kind of combining neuroscience with spirituality. And I also have this theory from him that we are electrical beings, and we are like, our body is like a technological machine. Because if you study how the DNA works, how our cells work, the mitochondria, the neurons, the brain, and everything. It's built by design to be a smart machine. But we're going to go way deeper into that later. Anyway, and even with content, man, like I don't want to do it like that TikTok, Instagram trending style with this hook, and then you give them this body of value, and then you have a CTA and all that. Like, yeah, those work. It helps people if the information is good, but it's very engineered, it's very fake. Like, you have to think about what to say to get the right people. The right people are just going to find you, and you're going to find me. If you're watching this, you already did. And this is far more natural. I told you that I believe in astrology, and I read astrology. I have some astrology books there, and I'm I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very philosophical. I'm all about big ideas, freedom, thinking in big pictures, but mainly it's the philosophical aspect of life. And that's a great asset for me because, in terms of health, I could give you like all the practical and logical information on how to lose fat, how to get rid of diseases and problems, and how to optimize your house and get rid of the bad products. Like, everybody knows this shit. Everybody knows they need to eat meat, they need to eat eggs, they need to eat clean foods, whole foods, to get some supplements, to go out in the sun and walk. Everybody knows they need to go to the gym, but nobody does it because they don't understand why. And that's where the philosophy means. The word philosophy means love for knowledge. Mm. But it's more about the knowledge. It's about why, like the belief, why you're doing that. Because if you're just trying, if you have a shallow motive, a shallow goal, you're not going to make it. And even those people, that's why I'm saying that I want to talk with people who are awakened, who got the spark, because they already understand that there is something more to life. And if I show you that this is the way with health, because health improves your whole life, it's going to be incredible work. Even if you don't have a lot of money, even if you don't have a lot going for yourself, if you improve your health, like, your life is amazing. Like, I follow this guy, and he's blown up on Instagram. His name is Salid Histon. Like, I even remember his name. He's living out of his car, but because he's fit, he's eating clean, he's training every day, running and going to the gym. His life is amazing, and he's feeling awesome, even living in his car and without, I don't know, a business. I don't know much about him, but you get the idea. That's why it's important. And that's even more important if you're successful. Like, if you make a lot of money, if you have a car, like, bro, yesterday or today, I saw this guy in an 812 Superfast, and that's my favorite car. And it was at the gas station. And so I stopped at the gas station to uh, fill my wheels up with air. And I see this guy going to the 812, and he was this fat, built like fucking Gru from the Minions. And I was like, bro, you got this 812 super fast. Like, this car is like the pinnacle of automotive industry. And your body is like a fucking Audi A3, like a fucking Volkswagen Passat. What the fuck, man? So even if you get that car and you get the attention from it, it's your body needs to be the Ferrari. And if you have the Ferrari and the body, then that's real G. Anyway, but yeah, does it hit up? No, it doesn't. The camera usually hits up when I record this much in 4K, but I got the AC on. Maybe you could hear it. Yeah, another thing is that when I'm sleeping, I turn on the AC, but I have this like breeze mode, and it doesn't blow the air directly, so you can actually sleep with it on. And because the room has to be very cold, so you could sleep very well. Because if you get hot, you wake up and you want to drink water, and it messes up your sleep. Okay, what else can I tell you? I'm not even going to edit this, so I'll post it just like it is. I'll do more fancy stuff in the future. But for now, this works because it's very raw, it's very authentic. That's what my goal was, to get my thoughts out, my words out. Maybe it was a bit messed up, but I'm sure that you will get a lot of information from this one. Man, I wouldn't stop. Like, I want to keep going. What the fuck? We'll keep going. Let me drink some water. Also, like, this is the only water that I drink. So, bottled in glass. Oh, now the camera hits up. If it stops and there's a cut, you know why. So, the bottled in glass, try to avoid plastics. They're not as bad as they want, they make you believe they are, but just try to avoid them. And you can get rid of them through the sauna, but you have to go in wearing cotton shorts and Ice on the Boys. You know that from that guy, forgot his name. And sorry, yeah, so Ice on the Boys, cotton shorts, and also take some charcoal, activated charcoal, before or after. Doesn't really matter. I believe it doesn't matter because it binds to the toxins of the that you sweat out, so they don't come back in through your pores. Yeah, if the camera stops, actually I'll put this on so the air blows into it. Mm, yeah, I'll stop when the camera stops. What else? Health related, nutrition related. Yeah, carnivore, red meat. If you want to lose body fat, I believe. So what I'm doing right now is I'm counting the calories while also on a carnivore diet, because you will see that a lot of people on carnivore tell you, or on the primal diet, they tell you not to count calories, which I believe it's completely true. But I just, that's the way I do it, because it's a lot easier. Because if you don't count calories, you're just going to go off, and I'm not willing to try and do that, not counting, to try and lose body fat and see it not working or gaining fat, and then lose 2-3 weeks of progress. But other than that, yeah, calories are a complete scam. They're not real. They put the food in a metal box, they burn it, and they measure the amount of time that it takes for that food to burn, and that's how they measure the calories of that food, which is complete BS, because your body doesn't burn the food, it digests it. That's how scientists used to measure calories. All right. All right.